Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to do a video with no editing at all because I simply do not feel like editing, and I have felt like this for the last few days, and that is why there have been no new videos in the last few days, so I decided, you know what, let's just make a video that doesn't get any editing, which means there may be points in this video where there are 5 seconds or more of me not talking. If that happens normally in a video, I spend a lot of time redubbing things so it sounds like I'm talking non-stop all the time, which means sometimes I say the exact same sentence faster, sometimes I say it slower, sometimes I add in sentences, sometimes I remove them as well as sections of the game and then re-record it. You know, it's a lot of effort to make it look like I'm talking non-stop all the time. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to bother on this video. I'm also going to do it all in one take, which means I'm going to look like a worse driver than normal because I don't redo things if I mess up like I normally would. Anyways, the map we're looking at is called Colonial Run, the Railroad, which is ported over from Ford Racing 3, which you may or may not have heard of. If you haven't heard of it, I don't blame you. It's not that special of a game in any way, really. I actually own it on the Xbox, and I played it years ago, and there's really only a couple of things I can remember about it. First thing I remember, it was just kind of an okay arcade racing game. There wasn't anything that stood out about it that made the driving exceptionally fun or anything like that. But the car choice was cool because there were some Ford concept cars you normally wouldn't get in other racing games that you could drive. And if I remember correctly, there was a Ford Model T which you could bring up to almost 100 miles per hour, and it was just like the stock engine. I'm like, this makes no sense. How can this Ford Model T be so fast? And that was just kind of funny to me. But unless you're like a real big Ford fanatic, you're not going to be that huge of a fan because there's nothing really that special about it. In fact, the track we're driving on, I don't remember it much at all. When I first loaded up BeamNG.drive to kind of drive around this track, it felt like a brand new track to me, even though I know I probably played it in that game. And you'll also notice that I disabled skid marks, so if I try to like skid right here, there are no skid marks, because this is one of those maps where if skid marks are on, it can cause the game to lag really badly, so you have to have them off for it to be usable. And we are just about coming up to completing a whole lap. Right there under that sign, that is a whole lap. Now that we've done that, let's go ahead and do some crashing. Now, most of the walls in this map do function exactly as you would expect, and you can bounce off of them assuming you don't hit them head on. But some of them are a little more grabby, like this one. If you hit these right where those pillars are mounted to the ground, they can grab you and stop you instantly, just like that. And I think you'll also be stuck most of the time that happens. So if that ever does happen to you, your race is over. But most of the walls function like this one, where I can just scrape up on it and probably even clip my mirror off if I was careful enough and keep on driving. Just like that. The traffic cones are a different story. Normally, when you put a traffic cone up, it is to stop people from driving there, but if they do hit it, their car will not be that damaged. Here's what happens when you hit a traffic cone in this map. So let's just say the traffic cones are cemented to the ground, in which case traffic cones are not the best thing to use in this situation because it's deceptive to people. Like if they're like, oh my goodness, I'm going to hit the car in front of me or a traffic cone, and they choose the traffic cone, they would die. We could also try crashing into a tree, which works better than the cone, but it's not 100% perfect. You can see on the initial impact, the car goes a little bit inside of the tree before the damage actually occurs. But it's not as bad as the cone where the tree goes like halfway into the car. It stays within the confines of the engine bay. We are, however, definitely stuck. There's also a train track over here that I wanted to drive around on and see where it actually went because I don't know where it goes. We got a nice little roll going to get onto it. That wasn't bad. I don't think the car will really drive great in that condition, but at least I made it out. So let's see where this train track goes. Is that really the end? Yep. Well, that didn't go very far. Here is where the train track ends. What about the other direction? Is that one any better? It's probably just gonna dead end just like the other. Well, we got a bridge at least. Wait. There is no bridge. What is that? You call that a bridge? What is that even like? I want to see what that looks like in slow motion. Because that probably looks really weird in slow motion. Because it looked kind of awkward in regular speed, so put slow motion, it looks even more awkward. I have a fun idea, actually. Let's say we were a normal person driving on the road, and we're right here, and we happen to be glancing up in that direction. This is what you would see. Just suddenly, I am here! Literally appearing out of thin air, basically. That is strange. Gotta do it one more time. I gotta do a slow-mo from above. So that I'm underground and then I just pop out. The suspension just doesn't know what to do in this situation, though. Oh, that's even stranger. I was like underground the whole way. And now I'm a kebab. That was definitely worth it, because I was just... That is so strange to see, that's all. Can we drive on this area over here? I can, but I lost my bumper. That looks like a Ford truck to me. That is Ford strong. I probably made somebody really mad by saying that. They're going to be like, no, how can you call a Ford truck strong? My favorite brand of truck is so much stronger than that. I just know it. Alright, how's this wall work? Can we rub it? No problem there. Ooh, now we're breaking the illusion. Can we like pop out under? Peekaboo! That looks funny. This car out of nowhere. And actually still drives after that. That's a good place to drive right there. Gets a nice crush on the car. I wonder, I have one more idea I want to test. But I should probably change vehicles for this. So let's change into, oh, I know. I'm going to change into Toyota Hilux just because people will be like, why you use a Toyota Hilux on a Ford racing map? What is your problem? I thought it'd be funny. I think it is. Oh, let's gotta jiggle it free first. Okay. So what I want to do is go over here and see if we can kind of climb the mountain that was over here. Because there was some interesting looking mountainous areas. Whoop! Breaking the illusion again. That's where the mountain ends. Okay. And I think it was like that on both sides. You know, if you really, really want to break the illusion, all you gotta do is just fly into the air. And you see just how much this is a racetrack made to be driven on, not explored like a weirdo like me. Yeah, it's the same all around. Let's go ahead and pan out though, just so you can see how much of this is just made to be seen only from the main road. So for example, you see this road, you're not supposed to drive on it, so it just kind of ends into nothingness. And then there's no real center area, it's just open space, as well as pretty much everywhere past the wall of trees. You know, I think I want to go to that farm over there and explore that. Wouldn't it be funny if the truck way over there that I was talking about wasn't even a Ford design? I don't think you can tell because it's so low quality. But what if you could clearly say that's a Chevy? That'd be funny. Like the Chevys get put over there to rust, right? And then the Fords, they get driven. At least that's what the game developers are trying to say, I guess. How do we enter that farm? I mean, that's a good try, Hilux, but that's not the way you're supposed to do it. But it's an honorable effort. Looks like the easiest way in is probably just going to be teleport. Or I could get a crawler and try to crawl in, but that's just a really overcomplicated solution to such a simple problem. So over here we got some tractors. And I know Ford makes tractors, so the question is that a Ford tractor? No, that looks like a John Deere, said WhyBeAre in his infinite knowledge of tractors. I don't really think you could tell. It's just too low quality. Although I don't think Ford makes any of these. Do they? Maybe they do. I mean, it's probably they don't. I don't think the developers really said, oh, Ford doesn't make one of these. We can't put it in the farm area. They probably just said, put it in the farm area. And then they did. I got some nice flex going on that suspension right there, though. That looked pretty good. So is there a back door on this thing? Oh, there's no back door. And I couldn't fit either in the hole. So there's no way into that house. There's one of the few houses you cannot enter. And you can see, though, by the way, that those are walls. The paper-thin walls, but they're walls. So let's try going a different way. Weird that they're just posts. Oh, it's a one-way gate. How funny. There we go. Here's some house entering. Oh, or not. This area is pretty confusing to try to navigate. So many invisible walls and stuff. But it's kind of fun trying to find my way to that building. So maybe I'll go from one building to the next instead of going through the silos. That might work. Full speed ahead! Aha! Peekaboo! Let's see if I have any chance to try to climb over that thing at just this normal version. Going at it fast. Nope. No chance. Go ahead and drive over here. Can we crash into just the poles when we see the poles? Yep. Whoa, that is really glitchy though. I kind of just drove right through it. What about the electricity poles? They're thicker than that. They could probably work pretty good. Probably gonna work just like a tree. It's pretty similar to the thickness of one of those. Yeah. Seemed to work out pretty well. Didn't grab me. It looked like it did at first, but it didn't. Can I drive on that? Ooh, interesting. Ah. Oh, this is scary. Whoops. Oh, what? I somehow went under it. I don't know how I managed that one. Oh, what's up with that? Fakeness. So it looks totally legit from down there, and then you get up here. That's not legit at all. I could probably try to pop through it. So here you are, sitting in traffic or something, and then suddenly, Hilux. That looks so ridiculous. Just out pops a Hilux. He just drives on like nothing ever happened. Wow. Woo! Three-wheeling. Something did happen because this suspension seems a little worse than before, and it was already pretty bad. Well, I wonder if I could climb that rock. I think that was a little too fast to climb it. I just wanted to crash into it. Guess it's more of a crawl than a climb. You know what? Let's get the crawler out. The Hilux crawler! Just go with the normal one, I guess. Kind of ironic I don't have any Fords installed for this. Although there's not many Ford mods out there. That looks pretty good. Oh, the rear tire's coming through the bed of the truck though. Alright, can I climb that one? I don't think so. Not unless I came in at the easy angle. What's up with the easy angle though? Who would do that? Hard angle! Okay, fine. Easy angle it is. Kinda gotta do this awkwardly. Almost looks like a ramp from this angle. It's really hard to make sure this thing don't tip over. It feels like it really wants to. Yeah! I win. Yes, I am stuck, but I am still a winner. Can I get out of reverse? Oh wait, come on. Oh, close, so close. The manual just so I have a little more control over this. And not happening. So now we're gonna drive our crawler on the streets, which is a terrible idea. We should change cars. So maybe I'll go to a more normal car. I have a Ford! Oh my goodness, I didn't realize I had the Crown Victoria. Crown Victoria it is. We'll just get a stock one. Ironically enough, I'm not sure if that game had the Crown Victoria. I remember it was a lot of Mustangs in the Ford racing game. So where does this road go? Because they're not supposed to be driving on this road, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Ooh, it connects up with another road I'm not supposed to be driving on. Which connects up to yet another road I'm not supposed to be driving on. This is a reoccurring theme here, isn't it? I'm gonna hit that rock. I wonder if I can actually drive on that one. That one almost looks like you can drive on it. That bridge. I go up here maybe? Ooh, I could drive on this one. Oh yeah. And I don't think this is part of the track itself. It's just here is a detail, isn't it? Yeah. So I see a dead end up here. How do you even crash a car like that halfway through a sign? I wonder if I can get to the other bridge too, though. I mean, if I can get to one, I can probably get to two. It's my thought process, at least. Oh, it's so weird. You can see the world separating right there. Because again, you're not supposed to really drive on this road in the actual game it was made for. Ow. That hurt. Just hit a curb and, well, you need a new car now. Kind of just spits you out into nothingness. It is a road though, isn't it? Oh, you serious? It's only the edges of the road. Oh, here's a road actually. So maybe if I came from the other direction, it would work. By the way, the nothingness I fall into, it's not that deep. Eventually you hit the an invisible ground. So if we go here, we squeeze through. This is a pretty fat car. Yeah, no issue there. How far does this get us? I'm assuming we can go the whole way until it disappears. Hey, who put this hole in the bridge? Is WhyBeAre designing something in Poly Bridge? It's kind of awkward. I just exploded my underside or something. That was weird. There's just a hole for some reason. I don't know why. So right now I'm already where you're not supposed to be, and now I'm going extra where you're not supposed to be. I wonder if I could hit the tower thing. Can't tell exactly what it is. I just see there's a tower. I'm assuming it's like a windmill of sorts? Something like that. I just want to see what happens if I drop my car on it. Yes. And we got some more buildings I could drive on, but I think I've demonstrated that enough already. So I think that'll be the end for this video. And again, it is edited a little bit different than normal because, well, there is no editing at all. So that's definitely different. Anyways, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. I'll see ya.